Michelle here for Wednesday Whispers. Already in the middle of May. I can't even believe it. It's just so crazy. Please say hello when you get here. I love meeting with you every Wednesday. It is my dream to be a part of the community and to connect with people that I've already connected with and to meet new people. Um, yes, thank you for being here. Please say hello when you get here. I want to say hello to the Instagram world. Oh, I'm seeing a whole bunch of people. Hello, Blue Heron Medium. Chef Leanna, how are you? Oh, and Leanna, I've just been thinking of you as you were grieving your dad. So I've just been thinking of you. Hello, Danny girl. So great to see you. Please say hello when you get here. I love saying hello. Hi, Taryn. Hi, Wendy here on Facebook. Crystal, Debbie, Samantha. Hi, Claudia. Oh my gosh, Claudia, I feel like I haven't seen you in such a long time. I haven't seen your name. So I'm back after a 5-month hiatus of Wednesday Whispers to connect to the other side and to bring card readings through for you, hoping to bring through some inspiration and some messages. And really, a hope from our time together is really just to take a moment to think about your soul, to think about your spirit within you and your own intuition, and even a moment to really honor the people that you may have lost that you're thinking of. I always love meeting here with you tonight and bringing through messages from the other side, because what I hope to do is to validate that there is life after life, that this is not the end. And there is so much that I've learned from the other side, and being a medium now for 4 years. I've read thousands of people and have done a national tour. And I guess I'm here to let you know tonight that our loved ones are always watching us and everything that we do. And that as soon as we say their name, they're here with us. So tonight I hope to just connect to the other side and to bring through messages for you. I always want to do an intuitive mug. I want to test your own intuition. What am I drinking tonight? I'd love for you to blend your energy with my mug and for you to guess what you think I am drinking. Please be careful of scammers and people that may contact you during the live or after the live. I don't know how to do it more than educate you guys. I will never friend request you. I will never message you. I will never offer readings for you. So if you have mysterious, messages that are hello, my darling, I love your energy. It's not me. I don't talk like that. Hello, Greta. Hello, Christina here on Instagram. Wholehearted Food Life. I see you. So Greta Stewart Oliver, you think I'm drinking mint tea. I love it. Hello, Sage and Spirit again. Brianna, great to see you. Miss Bing, I don't know how to pronounce all you guys' crazy Instagram handles. Hey, Allison, you think I'm drinking lemon tea? Green tea? Samantha says some chamomile, yeah. Is it warm? Is it cold? Is it sweet? Is it sour? What am I drinking tonight? So what I love from our time at Wednesday Whispers is that I will just read some inspirational cards, and then halfway through, I will start bringing through some spirits from the other side. And because I'm just getting back in new, please say hello if you're no wine for me, Sinead. If you are new to Wednesday Whispers, for sure, please say hello if you don't know how this goes. But I'll walk you through every step of the way as I bring through spirits from the other side. So I always want to tell a little bit about my story. 4 years ago, I used to be a professional singer. I used to kind of do opera and sing internationally, but I really was connected to my hometown of Calgary and was very connected here. And then I found a beautiful way to transition my life when I became pregnant with my second son. But the universe had other plans for me when I delivered him stillborn 4 years ago. And with his passing came my awakening, and that's why I'm here today, is because of Chase. I always want to say his name. And I started receiving visitors in the night, spirit visitors, and now use this way of connecting to other people. And it's a gift that I feel some people say, oh, Michelle, you're so gifted, or you're so lucky you found this. But really, this is something within all of us. We were all born with intuition, and we were all born with a way to connect to the other side. And that's what I hope to inspire in these evenings as well. So yes, I love you guys are guessing already what I'm drinking here. Water. Hi, Tamara, if it's your first time here. And I want to jump right into it. If you'd like a card tonight, if you'd like an inspirational card, please let me know. And I would love to. Hey, Carla. Thank you so much for your testimonial and all these kind of things, Carla. So beautiful to work with you last week. Balance of forgiveness or decaf. I love that you're feeling some. I'm famous for dandelion tea. What do you how do you know that balance of forgiveness? Virginia Rivas wants to card. Hello. Oh, hey, Alana. Great to see you. So good to see you. And I'm just going to take off my. I do always want to kind of like just let you guys know what I'm up to. I always have a free Facebook community you can join where you can hear more about my workshops and retreats and things like that. And then I am doing a retreat in Bright Creek this summer. If you're looking for something to feed your soul, I have the most amazing practitioners joining me this summer in Bright Creek. It's $444. You camp out. You can like upgrade to get some more food, but really these practitioners are just like mind-blowingly amazing and are worth every single penny of that time. So if you're looking for something to do this summer, join me July 19th to 21st. And then I'm also in Okotoks this month, May 25th. I'm going to be doing at Crystal Shores, a group reading at Crystal Shores. So if you feel called to do so and to be there with me, I'd love to see you there. Anybody from Okotoks here? Hello, Okotoks. So now I'm just going to bring through some inspirational cards. So usually, I mean, I love these cards because they usually are just talking to all of us. Oh, there's a scammer already. I love this. So Tyra Sin Smith. So here's an example of a scammer, everybody. Here's our scammer alert. Send me a friend request for your private reading now because I really have some important spirit message for you. Disgusting. Block her. Disgusting. What's wrong with these people? Find your own community, please. Yuck. So gross. So please be careful of scammers. I'll never Facebook request you. I'll never offer readings. I will never ask you for money. Okay. So let me just see here who would like a card today, and I will start to pull some cards for you and just kind of tune into your energy. Let me see who's first. Kat Flatley. Kat Flatley. It feels like about love, Kat. I don't know if like things are like going crazy, like dramatic. It feels like there's like two love interests and things like that. I just feel like a lot of chaotic energy around you, but like love interests. And it just feels like a time of rest. They're making me feel like you're supposed to be single right now. Emerging into grace, I open my soul to grace is the card that comes up for you, Kat. And it's kind of like a woman that's just kind of like sleeping. It's like I just need to like recover from this. So I don't know if it's like you've had like some drama going with relationships. It doesn't even have to be men. It could just be like even some friends. But it just I get feeling a lot of emotional energy around you, Kat, and they're just making me feel as though this is really like a time for rest for you. So I hope that makes sense for you. They're just saying this is the time to almost hibernate, to cocoon, and just take care of yourself, take care of your basic needs. So I hope that makes sense for you. Hello, Jenny Miller. You'd love a card. I'm just feeling like a lot of anxiety with you, Jenny. I don't know if you're just like feeling like very tight lately, tightly wound. Feels like your breath's hard to kind of catch. Your guides are asking you to listen with your heart. I trust the messages I receive from my heart is the card that comes up for you. You know, so for me, this is almost like sometimes like when we're thinking of doing more, I got to do more, I got to be more busy, I got to get that done. How have I not accomplished that yet? But actually, the less we do, the more we receive. And I feel like that's what your guides are saying to you. Like if you just listen to your heart, if you listen to like the messages we're trying to bring through to you, if you're listening to the symbols and the signs, we're going to give you the answer. So it feels like a time of being still. Interesting that those two cards come up very close together. Very like, are we all kind of feeling that having to hibernate right now? Let's just see who else is here. Debbie Godfrey. Hello, Debbie. Oh my gosh, are you like catching a fish in that picture? I love that. So Debbie, a card for Debbie. I don't know if your dad's passed, Debbie. I just feel like your dad, a male energy here with you, Debbie, that just says you bring the sun. He says, launching your journey, I'm an intrepid traveler sailing forth into the universe. And I feel that about your energy. I just feel like you have so much to give. I feel this like that when you walk into a room, you just bring so much light, so much sunshine. And they're just saying that this is like a whole new chapter for you. So I don't know if like you're overcoming grief or within the last year or so, it feels like, you know, but they're saying like we actually had to pass in order for like you to have this awakening and this movement and transition. And so I feel like a lot of, I mean, like I'm seeing suitcases and things like that in this picture. I'm an intrepid traveler sailing forth into the universe. That could be physically, either on this plane or spiritually. You know, there's like going to be a lot that kind of happens for you, Debbie. So I feel like I hope you've been manifesting and thinking what you want to move ahead because it feels like a very exciting time for you. So Debbie, I just feel like they're really kind of, oh my gosh, okay, I hope that scammer's done. So please let me know how that resonates with you. Debbie, that makes sense for you? Or that was the fish you caught? You wander always. Yeah, I feel that. I almost feel the vagabond energy with you. It's been hard to kind of, feel grounded in this life. Let me just see here on Instagram if anybody else would like a card. Who else do I see here? Jill Hermanson, I see you. I wish I could share your comments on a platform, but this is the fastest way I can kind of like connect to you. So here's Jill Hermanson. Jill Hermanson, what does the spirit world have for you today? Jill. Jill, you're starting fresh, it says. A wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life. And it also kind of felt like fertile to me. It feels like fertile energy. So I don't know if like you're planning on having kids or creating a new project. Both that energy has like a very similar feeling for me, but it makes me feel, starting fresh, right? They are making me feel like there's something fertile about you. It makes you feel like there's a new project or a new beginning happening in your life. And they say you're a warrior. They're saying, would you just surrender and trust us? You got a new job today. I love that. Oh, I can't pin the comment, can I? Did it pin? Oh, it did. Now how do I don't know how to unpin it. Awesome, Jill. That's so beautiful. Yeah, I just feel this like whole new rebirth with you. It feels like revitalization. And if there's doubt, you're just like, just know you can. Like I'm just hearing like a grandmother here that's just like, yes, you can. So I feel like you might have a cult of hers as well, but she's just saying, I'm so excited for you. She says, yes, you can. When you doubt yourself, she's saying, yes, you can. So Debbie, that made sense for you. Spot on. Thank you. Good. Great. Hey, Tasha, great to see you again. Hey, Kathy, I love. Is this your first time on Wednesday Whispers? What? I feel like you've known me for like a year. And Jenny, that made sense to you. Okay, beautiful, wonderful. Let me just see who else would like a card here. I love Wendy, your energy here. I am ready for a card. I am ready for a card, says Wendy Hupp. Wendy says, I am ready for a card. I love that picture. Your son just like free crawling, scuba dive or sparkling here in the water. That's what it feels like when I work with the spirit world. Just floating around. I have no idea what I'm doing. Wendy says you're embarking on an adventure. I savor the wonders of the world. So I don't know if like there's more travel coming up for you this summer. Actually, yeah, I feel this. I was just talking to the last one actually about travel as well. It makes me feel as if like if you haven't felt grounded in this life, there's usually a reason for it. That you're like having to travel or your soul wants to kind of go back to lands that it's been to before. So I just really kind of feel as though like trust all that and plan that. It feels like 3 years away. There's like a really epic trip coming for you, Wendy. They just show me like a 3-year period away for you. That says there's something like really huge to plan. It almost felt like a safari. It feels like really huge. Oh, that's your daughter snorkeling? Beautiful. Oh my gosh, yeah. Sorry, what did you just say, Wendy? You said you're back from the UK, booked Japan today. Exactly. I feel like your soul's like, I don't really belong anywhere. I want to make sure that I like go here from this life, and I want to like my soul to resonate from the other place that I used to go to. So I love that. Hello, Kenneth Shine. Great to see you there. Christina Tatkaya. I mean, Instagram handles. You guys are killing me with these Instagram handles. So Christina Katya. Christina Kaya. I hope I'm saying your name right. I can't even pronounce your your hashtag. Christina. I just feel like I'm just kind of feeling like a blanket over you, Christina. I don't know if you feel like you're going through something heavy right now, but I just feel like they're saying the card that comes up for you is dwelling in truth. I stand in the light of truth. And sometimes like we have to know our darkness in order to know what the light is. And for some reason I'm just kind of feeling as though there's this really explorative time for you right now in like really kind of going into the darkness and kind of really listening and kind of feeling what is truth for you. And they just show me like a lot of friends kind of maybe reevaluating your friendships and things like that, relationships. But they said it has to go that way. So I don't know if you're just kind of feeling a little bit lonely right now and having to like really negotiate with yourself if I'm going to kind of continue these friendships. But like when we release the old, we welcome the new, Christina. So I hope that makes sense to you and what they're talking about. And Claudia, just because I feel like I haven't seen your name for so long, I love the picture. Oh my gosh, look at you, you supermodel. Claudia, did I meet you like 2 years ago at the psychic fair or something like that? Like I know I read your daughter and your grandma's always here. So Claudia, I feel like I haven't seen you in such a long time. So a card for Claudia. Benavides. Claudia. You got the starting fresh card too. Isn't that so crazy? It's been 2 years since we met. Yeah. Starting fresh, a wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life. Isn't that so crazy that you have the same card as somebody else? So like, are we all feeling like starting fresh? Hello. I mean, I know after the last full moon was wild. I really felt like it's about rebirth. It's about letting go of things and stepping into the new. So a lot of us are feeling like we want to change our diets and our routines and our habits and all these kind of things. So I hope that makes sense for you too. But actually, this feels like about work, Claudia. So I don't know if like you're thinking about a new project at work. It feels like something about your work life. Yeah, beautiful energy there. And then I always feel like roses with your grandmother. Do I say that every time? I just always feel your grandmother when I feel your energy. You just got divorced? Yeah. Yeah, it feels so amazing. And it feels like I feel like something with your work too, it feels revitalized and there's like a side project. Like I don't know if you're like a creative in your work, but it makes me feel like you're also developing something new. Beautiful. Start fresh. And you are? Yes. Love it. Love it, Claudia. Beautiful. Well, look at everybody getting new jobs and things like that. Jill, you're saying you had a new job as well. And Christina, that made sense for you. Beautiful. Friendships are so crazy. Like I love that. I just saw this like reel, I think, this week that I really loved. It was about a tree. It was like the structures of a tree that some people are the leaves, like that some people will blow away with the wind, or as the weather changes, they just kind of fall off and fall away. And some people are the branches, they stick around like a little bit longer, but eventually they break off. And then some people are the roots. And it's really, the people that are our roots are like a very few that really kind of ground us. So, Christina, when I'm talking to you about those kind of changes with like your people, um, I just feel like, it's just like, who are your roots? Go back to your root people. And then whoever the branches and trees are, like they'll kind of go with the tides of like how your life is. Yeah, don't you guys love that analogy? I love that, Rima. You love that too? So good to see you. Let's just see who else wanted a card. Teresa asked, am I coming to the psychic fair in Lethbridge this year? I'm not. I've never been to the psychic fair in Lethbridge, actually. No, I don't know if psychic fairs are for me anymore. I did that for a couple of years and then I met some wonderful people, but that energy is crazy. Hey, Lori, great to see you. So if you'd like a card, please let me know. So I see Caitlin here on Facebook or on Instagram with like a card pulled. She pulled a card. This is amazing. Awesome, Caitlin. Caitlin Silbernagel. I have dyslexia, so it's like on Instagram when I'm reading the small writing, it's like my worst nightmare. So, Caitlin, what does Caitlin need to know today? I feel such busy energy with you, Caitlin. Like I just don't know if you're doing like too much. Yeah, it feels like you've got 3 projects on the go, but like maybe too much. And they say just you're exceeding expectations. I soar into excellence. I know. I feel like you're in this like time right now. Caitlin, I don't know if you're like, building businesses or you've got like a side hustle and then you got this other job and you're thinking of starting this other project, but it just feels like there's so much. And it feels like a time to be very in your masculine right now. Like sometimes the spring can feel like that, where it's just like we want to get into this do mode. And they're saying like, just watch out because you were like on it, soaring into excellence. It's like, what if I actually exceed my own expectations? Wouldn't that be amazing? What if it's even better than I planned? So they're just making me sure they make me actually feel like you still need like 8 hours of sleep. So don't over estimate that. Do you know what I mean? It makes me feel like you really still need to have that rest so that you can do everything you're supposed to be doing. I feel like you're in this like let's be like just gathering all the honey and gathering so much information and building so much right now. So I hope that empowers you, Caitlin. You're currently on mat leave, but you're about to go back. Yeah, I feel like you're harnessing all the energy and it's about to kind of like so there's like all the different jobs I'm feeling. This multitasking of like, okay, I'm a mom and then I've got to get this job and then I also want to do this project. Like it feels like Renos or something. So yeah, they're just like, just make sure you're resting. Just get it. Make sure you're trying to get like a really good sleep and through the night. The 8 hours feels very, very important right now. You said no sleep with those babies, and I'm doing a lot of side stuff. It makes sense. Yeah, you're hustling. I feel it. Yeah, I feel it. So let's just see who else would like the card. Lori, you love a card. Hey, Lori, good to see you again. Lori, you did my retreat last summer. And I always am so thrown by your photo because it's like you have blonde hair, don't you? You have blonde hair now. Whenever I see this photo, I'm like, that's not really Lori, is it? And Lori, I love what you posted on that post I put on my Facebook page about us, our children choosing us. I know, and I feel like it's caused some like a little bit of like a ruffle in some people's feathers. I posted this post today that was really just about like how I believe that we choose our mothers, and that our children choose us. And you shared like a beautiful poem in that post. And I feel like I know that some people can feel conflicted with that idea, especially if they had a difficult parents. Like, why would I choose this? But this idea that we choose our parents so that our soul can grow the fastest, that we know our soul assignment and like, hey, if I choose that mom, I know that I'm going to evolve like to a totally different level, and I feel that about my own mom. So that idea really resonates with me. And then another book that I love that supports that is Dolores Cannon, Between Life and Death. She does hypnotherapy with people that like goes back into their past lives and talks about how we actually choose our parents. But I love how you kind of shared that poem today, Larry. So yeah, so a card for here for Lori. But I know it's controversial, and that's the thing with spirituality is like you just choose what resonates with you. You don't have to believe what anybody else believes. There's even this idea that like when we go to heaven, it looks like how we pictured it would. It's not about like anybody else's vision of it. And so I think it's the same with spirituality that we just choose what resonates with us. So, Lori, the card that comes up for you is Flying Free. I unfurl my wings and fly. So, a time of freedom, Lori. So I don't know if like you've just been thinking like, actually, I was just feeling stagnancy. So I don't know if this year you've been just feeling kind of stuck or feeling some stagnancy. I know we haven't seen each other since last summer, but they're just making me feel like, let's go. I'm kind of feeling like a grandmother or something like that. Just really be like, let's go. I actually feel like grandmother, like almost picking you up from the armpits and be like, what are you waiting for? Like, can we do this already? So I just feel like a beautiful new breath of fresh air coming in. And I love that idea there. I just saw with that bird. It's like there's some like wind underneath your wings from your ancestors that are really trying to get you going. Does that make sense, Lori? Have you been feeling a little bit stagnant right now? Sorry if I miss you or I don't say anything. It's just because like the comments go by so fast. Go so fast. So does that make sense for you, Lori? I love Miss Bang on Instagram. Love Dolores Cannon. Oh my gosh, if you guys have not been down a Dolores Cannon wormhole, I really encourage you to do so. If you go onto YouTube and it calls to you like, OMG, you'll be down that wormhole for a long time. Let's just see here. Samantha Leth is asking, which card do I use? It's actually some super old school one. It's called like Gateway Oracle Cards by Denise Lynn. But I love the messages in it, and the booklet has like really like beautiful questions that go along with the cards. So I've just been loving this deck lately. Is that like a witch hat you've got going on, Samantha? Like, do you have like are those crystals around your hat? I love it. Ellie McLean, I was talking to Lori Liz McGregor. But if you're like, I feel like you're talking to me, then it's probably for you. Hmm. Samantha, it feels like boundary setting. Hey, so they're saying standing firm. I am noble, brave, and strong. So Samantha, I don't know if like it's about like your spiritual path or about like who you're becoming here, but they're just making me feel like you don't apologize to anybody. You don't let anybody like opinions affect you, but they're just like making me feel as though this is like a real time to step into your power. I'm just feeling a huge spotlight on July for you too, Samantha. So it just feels as though they're like, let's go. There's a lot of energy here, and it just feels like boundaries, and they're making me feel like boundaries with your mom, Samantha. Something about your mom, either like your upbringing, the words that you still have in your head about your upbringing, if that makes sense. I love the confusion. Heather, nice to see you again. Yeah, Heather, it's been like a long time. So who do I have here? Sign Addison's on Instagram. I saw you once for a show in Cochrane, but didn't get unlucky enough for a reading. Didn't get lucky enough for a reading. Hopefully tonight. Oh, well, we'll see what spirits come through. Um, hello, Blonde Brunette, LP. Hello, Sarah Kaylin. Bernice, my sister-in-law is watching. What? Hey, Prairie Good. Great to see you. Love it. Oh, hey, Gail. Nice to see you. Maybe LA, because you thought I was already talking to you, I'll pull a card for you. LA McLean, I would love a card, please. Thanks, Lori. So there's just a couple Loris here. LA McLean. Oh, I love that photo. Just like the different lineage in your photo there. The energy of that. It's so beautiful, LA. I just feel like maybe like a time to switch jobs or something like that. You know, they're saying believing in magic is a card that comes up for you. True magic is abounding in my life. Isn't magic a scary word if you're just like, magic? What kind of magic? What do you mean? Like miracles? What can happen? But it's almost like one of those things. It's like, wouldn't life be amazing if we woke up and we were just like, what kind of magic will I experience today? But I feel like, you know, like it feels like optimistic, you know, LA. It looks like it's your grandma that passed. Yeah. So for me, it just makes me feel as though like they're asking for optimism. You know, it makes me feel like there's got to be like a mantra or affirmations you're saying to yourself. They're going to kind of pull you through this time too. You know, because it makes me feel like there's just a shift that needs to happen. And then 3 months, like I don't know if you're thinking of switching jobs, or I just keep feeling like a job switch with you. You know, so it just makes me feel like, can you just trust the universe is going to bring you something really beautiful? So I hope that makes sense for you. Beautiful. Believing in magic. Gosh, don't we all kind of need that? Oh, what is magic? Hmm. What is daily magic? It's like, you know, it's those sweet moments with your children, you know, cuddling with your children. It's the smell that reminds you of like something from your home, your childhood home. Magic is just like noticing like a feather or a sign from the other side, like a butterfly that'll land on you, or a coin that just pops out of nowhere. I feel like that kind of stuff is magic to me. Yeah, hope that makes sense for you, LA. What is magic to you guys? What is magic? What would magic be in modern day world? Yeah. Well, let me now I'm gonna kind of tune into some spirits. Let me just kind of see who wants to come forward here tonight. This is my favorite part of the night because it gives us the opportunity to, well, think about our people that we've lost on the other side. And it also feels like it's a beautiful time for us to think about our own mortality. You know, it's, oh, sometimes my screen does weird things when spirits like communicating. But yeah, I always say, you know, we're all going to die. So what do you want to do while you're here? And how are you honoring the people that you're with? And how are you living your life to the fullest capacity that you can while you're here? And even when you pass, how are you going to talk to your people? How are you going to communicate with them when you pass, your children, your animals, your relatives? So I'd love for this just to be a moment that we think of our beautiful people that we've lost. So I always want to acknowledge my mom, Marilyn, who I just missed so much on Mother's Day. What was I just crying about today about her? I feel like I've just been crying about her with the silliest things lately. Oh, cream. I was putting on like cream. I was like putting it on my neck because I'm like worried about wrinkles right now. I feel like my neck's getting saggy. I'm like 42 now, and I'm like, And I was putting cream on, and I had this memory came to me of like my mom putting like facials on me and my sister, like doing like skincare and like doing cream. I'm gonna cry again. And I miss my mom so much, and just like smell of the cream and just picturing her hands on my face. You know, so there's so many things that make us think of our people. You know, so I just think of my mom Marilyn. I think of my mother-in-law Lee, who I never met. And I feel like every time I eat a score chocolate bar, I think of her because that was her favorite. And I just want to like acknowledge my grandpa Ed, who I just feel like really loves my dad and my son. And my dog Copper, who just died this month. We had such a complicated relationship. I hated that dog for so many years. And now I like miss him the most, and I'm the one crying about him all the time. So just please list people that you miss and like say their names in the chat. Patricia, your mother-in-law was your best friend. I love that. You know, she visits with bears and hearts. Yeah, and bears, it's not like physical bears, but it can be like magnets or logos or stickers. Rima, what is magic for you? Magic for you is getting messages from the universe confirming paths and ideas that come in, urging you on. I love that. Oh, let's all take that in for a moment. Are we noticing the messages? Are we noticing the universe confirming paths and ideas that come in, urging you on? I love that, Rima. What a beautiful idea. So we say hello to Gail's husband, Tony, Lori, your dad, Perry. We've got somebody here, Blake, your grandma, Jean, Danny, Tony, Anita, your bestie, Abby, Grandma Jean, your dad, Rob, was an amazing man. Yeah, just take a moment to remember him. Joan, Faye, Molly, your cat, Molly, yeah. Cody, your dad died when you were 13. He was only 43. He was your whole world. Beautiful, Samantha. So beautiful for you to remember him. Vicky, Dawn, Colin, the hashtag assistant, your brother Ryan, and your dad. You miss your husband Ernie. I love Amanda Parisi says she sees angel numbers all the time and knows her mom Vicky and dad Luigino. Luigino. Your husband Kevin, Greg, your cousin who just passed, and Leanna, your dad who you miss so much. Absolutely. So just taking a moment, like our society, I always talk about this, that they just, we're supposed to like get over it, but I just think if there's anything we can do is just taking a moment, lighting a candle for them, saying their name. And I really do believe that as soon as we say their name, they draw close to us, almost as like, like, what do you need? So Colin, I see you, morning Colin. Jennifer, your sister Wendy, your grandma Dorothy, beautiful. So now I'm just going to kind of see who wants to come forward. And, when these social media things are just a crazy ride. So if I bring through a spirit and it sounds like somebody I just want you to kind of like say how it resonates with you in the chat. And if I feel like that connection's for you, then we'll bring that spirit forward. I know it sounds crazy. And something called piggybacking always happens in group readings. So even if I'm talking to somebody that I feel like it's them, know that there's an echo of your loved one also trying to talk to me at the same time. So I just welcome the spirits. I want to join us tonight on Wednesday Whispers. Thank you so much for this opportunity and this weird world of social media. And I just ask for a spirit to step forward one at a time, to just to show me where you are and what you've seen of their life, how you're communicating with them. Thank you for bringing us together. Leanna, as soon as I saw your name, I felt your dad. Leanna, Chef Leanna, are you still here on Instagram? I wish I could share my screen so that you guys could see what's going on Instagram. Can I do that? Technology. Let me just describe this gentleman, and I don't know if it's like it is your dad, Leanna, but I'm just feeling him out, and I feel like he has this signature like nose thing. Like I don't know if he used to like have a hanky or he used to like rub his nose with like a hanky or something like that. I'm just feeling all this music energy, like so much music. I am feeling like he has like a signature hat that he always used to wear, and maybe even like suspenders. I feel like he's kind of like funky dressing. Like that sometimes like he's showing like some type of belt buckle that he has and that he loves, and he's eating like some lifesaver mints at me. I just see him kind of like some type of mint that he's chewing. And he just wants you to know like how beautifully he's moving on the other side. It does feel like he passed from something in the chest. It feels like his heart. And like some joke way, I don't know if he had like ear hair or something, like he's kind of funny, like make you feel like he's talking about like something about his ears. And he says you can hear him all the time. Oh, he says you can hear him all the time. He says I'm talking to her all the time. So this does feel like a female's dad. Just gonna check here. So if this is Leanna, this is your dad? Did he used to have Kleenex always in his pocket? Like I feel like he's like rubbing his nose, like he has his signature nose rub. And he always had mints. Was he? Did he always? Did he love music? He said he's talking to you through music. I almost feel like it's like a harmonica or an accordion or something that has like a wow large sound. Sorry, Leanna, can you just confirm what you mean? Because I'm just saying yes, 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 always. Like, is this you're saying yes to everything? Like he has suspenders and a um um something about like a belt buckle. This belt buckle he loves. And I don't know if he loved pizza. I feel like I feel like he like has this pizza memory with you that he's showing me. And he says he's already been leaving you coins, Leanna. Have you been finding coins? Just tell her you're moving so beautifully. Because I don't know if he had like a limp or something going on with like his right side. Because it makes me feel like it almost made me feel like his back's out, you know, and he's kind of like I'm freaking you out. Yeah, his back's out or something like that. Because he just makes me feel like I'm straight and I can like move around. And he just says, I'm just right with you. He's like, please listen to the music, you know, and just keep talking to me. It makes me feel like you've been talking to him out loud. He collected everything. Yeah. The suspenders, belt buckles, hats. And I know like you're kind of like a fashionista. So I was like, is this your dad? But there's just like so much beautiful energy about your dad here. And also too, you know, Leanna, he said feather. It looks like a feather just came in your apartment. You know, he said like a feather just dropped down. It almost looks like in front of your dog or something. And Leanna, he said he always wore hats, and he said he also came to you in a dream just after he passed to let you know he arrived safely. I don't know if he has a sister on the other side or if he has a sister on this side, but he says like he's taking care of his sister. He did. You got to look for this feather. This feather looks like it just was floating. It floated right into your living room. He did come to you in a dream. Yeah, he says like I just want you to know like I didn't get to say. Oh, I'm sorry, Leanna. Do you not get to say goodbye to your dad? Yeah, because he's like I'm so sorry I couldn't say goodbye, but I just wanted you to know like from the other side that I like came to you in the stream to let you know that I'm at peace. And I feel like he's there with his mom. He said his mom came to get him. And like I don't know if they're French, Leanna. Like I'm just feeling like French music or food and things like that. Hmm. He played in a band. Oh, he was a musician. Oh, that's why all the music. Oh, he was a musician. That makes so much sense. And because I'm hearing just multiple musical instruments. I mean, he just says, "I'm right here. Just keep talking to me." Yeah. And take more time, you know, Leanna. Like I don't know if you went right back to work or something, but it makes you feel like you need time to grieve because he's making me feel like you just need time to like sit and cry. So I don't know if like you're working too much right now or if like you just jump back in, you're like, okay, I just have to get these projects done. But and he taught you everything. You love music together. Yeah. But he's like, I need you to take time here to feel all this. It's like it's a lot. Yeah. And he kind of winks at me, you know? He like winks at you. He's just like telling me like, yeah, you got it. Like I'm her dad. You're right. He does this like beautiful like you're so heartbroken. Well, he feels so lovable. Like I just feel this like beautiful. I feel like everybody likes him. You know, I feel like he has like a million friends. So beautiful. So Leanna, it just makes me feel like you're talking to him. Like I almost just see you walking around talking to your dad. Because like I don't know if you guys used to talk on the phone all the time, but it makes me feel like this conversation's still open. He's like, just keep talking. Like the line is still here. And that's what I've learned is that you know, just because they're not here in this physical form, in this, you know, this realm, it's like they're still just on the other side, you know, and this communication can continue. Beautiful. You talk 3 times a day. Oh my gosh. I know, Leanna, because I just feel like you're just kind of like, okay, so Dad, I was thinking of making this for lunch today, and I'm gonna go run this errand, and you know, like this kind of conversation. Because he's just like, I'm still right here, and he wants you to know that I didn't suffer. Can you tell her I didn't have any pain? Because his passing feels very fast to me, Leanna. He just makes me feel like he's here for one breath and then he leaves. You know, he says, tell her I had no pain. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Leanna. He's really beautiful. He's got this like twinkle in his eye. You know what I mean? You just keep showing me his eyes. They're like there's all this water in them, and there's this like little twinkle. Thank you, Leanna. What was your dad's name, Leanna? He always had the best look. Yeah, it's like this sparkle, like at me. And he's showing me something about shaving. Like I don't know if he like loved having a clean shave or something, or if he had like some hair here. He used to show me something about his facial hair. Alan, thank you, Alan. Yeah, he's trying to communicate to you in so many ways through the music, the claims, and then you have to look at it by this feather. It made me feel like the feathers with your dog, like the feathers on the couch with your dog. Beautiful, Leanna. Thank you, Facebook Land. I know it's like hard to not see her responses. I wish there was just like an app that they all connect, but they all have like these like crazy systems where you can't do it. Thank you, Alan. Man, he says just tell her I love her. So I don't know if he didn't get to say goodbye or something. He just shows me looking at you and this tear coming from his eye, all this emotions in his eye. Oh, he was obsessed with shaving. I know. He makes me feel like I want this like baby, and I know like when he shaves, it's almost like baby skin because he just makes me feel like I love this like soft. You didn't get to say goodbye. It was unexpected. That's what I feel like because he's just like, can you just tell her I love her? It's really Anna. It would be so hard. Just keep talking to him. Okay. Thank you, Alan. You're so lovely. You feel so smart and wise too. Like I feel like he's such a leader and a champion for you, Liana. It's like full of like little, you know, sayings and quips and things. Sorry, and then he also said something about a Canadian goose. So I don't know if you had an encounter with a Canadian goose or some Canadian geese. Because he says like I came as this Canadian geese to her. He was the absolute best. I can totally see that. Yeah, then he shows me a Canada goose. So I don't know if you had an encounter with one or you've been seeing one lately. I know you're like a downtown girl, like Chef Leanne is like one of like Calgary's top chefs people. um, and I knew that he had passed, but something about their Canadian geese, Leanna, you're gonna have to let me know about that. Have you seen one or something happened? Stephanie Conroy says sending love from Facebook, Leanna. There's so much dad energy here tonight. Hey, Gail, your dad, Brittany, your dad. I love that. Like as hard as things get, it's just like, you know, this is all temporary. It's hard to remember that. It was all temporary. You think that means money? The Canadian geese? Okay. I trust that you'll know what that means. Okay, let me just see what another spirit is here. I feel like Alan would be here all night. Okay, who else is here? Another spirit, please. There's a woman here and she struggled here. Like she just makes me feel as though like she's very resentful here and she did not enjoy her time here. It makes me feel like she wears like a half apron. It feels like she maybe only died a little bit younger. And I feel her in the kitchen and she makes me feel like she's just like scrubbing this pan and she's just like so pissed that she has to clean this pan. And I feel like you may have like a necklace of hers and a ring of hers. So this feels like somebody's mom. And I feel like she's wearing like a blouse with like a collar on it. I'm seeing like a lot of like this red blouse with like a collar. And I feel like she has this like horrible cough here in her passing. I feel like she's kind of like aspirated. She's having like trouble breathing, and she's got this like strange cough here. Yeah, she may. I feel like she may have smoked cigarettes. Yeah, because she just showed me this. Like it was her only refuge, just to like escape through these cigarettes here. And I feel like she's just always polished. Like I feel like she's even in the kitchen. Like it makes me feel it's like 4 o'clock, and she's got like her nylons on and her skirt and her black high heels, and like everything has to be like perfect, you know. And she just makes me feel like she lashed out on you in anger. She said so. I don't know if like when she passed, you guys were angry at each other. Um, but it makes me feel so like you're going also through like resentment. So to her daughter, she just says like, please don't carry my burden with you. You know, like whatever you're going through, I just don't want you to live like I did. I couldn't move past it in this life. I just stayed angry and like came into my body. It almost feels like lung cancer. And please don't do as I did. You know, can you please be um, can you please evolve more than me? Does this sound like somebody's like grandmother or their mother? It feels like she was like a little bit younger when she died. She had like dark hair, and you have a picture of her. I feel like you have her wedding ring. You had a chronic cigarette smoking grandma who dressed like that, Luna. She showed me kind of like these kitten heels or something. Like I feel like she's wearing like high heels in the kitchen. Um, she has like a grandfather clock that it feels like it's still in the family. She's passed the grandfather clock on to somebody else. Yeah, I can hear her shoes walking around the house. It feels like something you're gonna remember, like click, 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 click. You know, like she's even waking you up or like getting you ready or something like that with these shoes on. And even like banging around in the kitchen, like you know, like she's putting away pots and pans. It's like clang, clang. So, so Rima, you're saying you had a chronic cigarette smoking grandma who's dressed like that, and Stephanie, you're saying this sounds like your mom, and Rima, this sounds like your grandma. Then you have her mom's ring. Stephanie, you're saying she was a heavy smoker. She died young. We have a clock in the garage. Okay, and you have the family ring. So a couple of you are resonating with this woman here. And Kathy, you're saying that could be your mom. I have her wedding ring. I have the clock. Stephanie, we got my girls' necklaces. Oh, okay. Stephanie, what was your mom's name? it kind of makes me feel like she came into the world with a chip on her shoulder. Like it's surprising that she even like was able to get a partner because like there's always kind of like a little bit of an edge to her. Does that make sense, Stephanie? Vicky, your mom's name is Vicky. So this Vicky. Did she used to play solitaire as well? Like I just kind of feel like this card game that she's kind of like passing the time with. She's very stubborn. Yeah. She used to play solitaire and things like that, Stephanie. She worked lots. Yeah, like I feel like she's in her work clothes, like getting dinner ready. Yes to solitaire. Okay, this must be her. This is your mom, Vicky. So Stephanie, do you know what I mean? She's just Rima, I love that you're like there's piggybacking happening. So Rima, your grandma also played a lot of solitaire. So you guys are both resonating with this woman. So yeah, how when spirits communicate to me, it's like, like one will come through and then another one's like, wait, I can come through on that too. Like I want to make my voice heard. So just take what resonates with you. But I don't know if like in your motherhood journey that you're feeling very like resentful or like something like fuck I've got to do these dishes again. Like I just feel this frustration, like I'm like scrubbing pans and I'm just like fuck my life, I'm so fucking over this, and this grandma's just like I know that this mom is like I know how difficult that was. Can you not be like me? It almost makes me feel like can you just take a break, can you take some breaths? It makes me feel like you also have skill sets that she never had when she was here. So she's like, can you please do better than I could? I had no type of like emotional control, and actually, Stephanie, she says she's so judgmental. Stephanie, she says, I'm so sorry that I was so judgmental in this life. I'm so sorry you felt judged by me. Does that make sense, Stephanie? I don't know if like you're going through things with your body, like self-love and self-image things as well, because she makes me feel as though you're still holding on to like language of hers, about how she felt about you or how she saw you. So she was so judgmental, right? We went through a very difficult stage. And it's interesting, you say that because, Stephanie, like she feels unstable to me, like I kind of feel like her attitude about things feels like so heightened all the time. There's like a little bit of a loss of reality. She said she wasn't able to be compassionate in this, like, does that make sense, Stephanie? Wasn't able to have compassion. It makes me feel like if something was going on in your life, she was just like, yeah, well, why are you telling me that? So now I've got to do something about that. Like there's this kind of frustration with her. Oh, Stephanie, I'm sorry. But it goes back to what we were talking about earlier today about like us choosing our parents. But it's like, what if you chose your mother because you of the mother that you're going to become? Like, do you have a son, Stephanie? And something about like, like they're watching you heal, her and her mom. Because her mom says like I couldn't teach her either. Your grandma says like I didn't have that skill set either. Does that make sense, Stephanie? Hmm. So maybe you're saying, and choose those parents for the lessons we learned. Absolutely. It's all making sense, Stephanie? Yeah. And I do feel an apology from her, Stephanie. Like, I wish I could have seen you better in this life. Like, I didn't have that skill set or ability. She's like, just know that I see you now. And I just see you, like, trying to, like, it almost feels like resetting your nervous system. Like, I don't know if you've been, like, working on, like, regulating your nervous system. That's what it feels like. It's like, okay, if I'm getting wound up, I need to take like a moment here before I respond. I need to take a breath. I need to, and she just makes you feel like, wow, okay, that's what I should have been doing. You know, Stephanie. And she's just like, even though I couldn't see you then, just know that I see you now. And this is resonating for you, Rima. And I just couldn't see there on Instagram what was happening there. Beautiful, beautiful, Stephanie. So I just feel like she's just really wants to apologize and just like know that like she's a little bit of a narcissist too because she really takes credit for this because she's just like, well, If I hadn't been so horrible, she wouldn't have turned out so amazing. Because I feel like you're almost the opposite, Stephanie. I feel like that you have like so much compassion, maybe too much compassion and empathy for other people. You know, it's almost like you saw what you wanted in her and you took it on for yourself. And so they're actually saying the opposite for you. That even like if anything, you need boundaries right now, Stephanie, about your own way of how you're interacting with people and making sure you're not too compassionate, too giving, and too empathetic with people. Does that make sense, Stephanie? Yeah. Oh, our ancestors have so much to teach us. You know, I have such a complicated relationship. I always feel guilty talking about my grandmother because I can just feel her being like, "Oh my God, you're talking about me again. Why can't you let that go?" You know. And Rima, you're also learning about the boundaries. Yeah, absolutely. So Rima, that's your grandmother. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we have to learn from these complicated women to know what we don't want to be like. You know, like so how we can do better and raise our children differently. And I just feel that's her way of like acknowledging you. You know, that describes you so well, Stephanie. Boundaries, don't you love boundaries? Oh my gosh, like our one of our biggest, you know, life lessons of all time. Oh, so painful. So I'm going to end it here tonight, but I always want you guys to be able to guess what is in my intuitive mug tonight. Blend your energy. You all have the ability to be mediums. You all have the ability to be psychics. Therapy helps. Normalized therapy. Thank you, Stephanie. I have weekly check-ins with every, you know, nutritionist, acupuncturist, dietitian, psychologist. What can we not have in this life, you know? So thank you. So what is in my drink tonight? I'd love to hear your guesses. So Laura, you're saying chamomile tea. I love what are you guys saying? What am I drinking here tonight? Oh hey, Jacqueline and Sophie. So good to see you guys. I love Jacqueline. You're coming, or Sophie, you're coming back to Woo Woo Weekend, my retreat. So fantastic to have you. Love it. What am I drinking tonight? What is in my cup? So Patricia says orange juice. So you're tasting something sour. Rima says lemon something. Linda says herbal tea. Bubbly water says Taryn. Lemon water says Crystal. You guys are all feeling lemon. Interesting. Well, you know what? It's just my go-to. It's my decaf coffee tonight. So I love that. So please join my free Facebook community if you want to know more about my like events and like workshops and intuition development that I have. I've got like a healing circle coming up at the end of the month where we're going to practice our intuition with other intuitives and people that are testing out their abilities. And then I've got this retreat coming up in the summer that is just going to be so fun, so amazing, woo woo weekend. The practitioners that I have coming are just so beautiful. I do a group mediumship reading. There's energy healing. There's automatic writing, how to journal, like inspired. There's ceremonies, Kundalini yoga. So if you're looking to fill your soul up this summer, join me. And then I'm in Okotoks on May 25th. So anybody here in Alberta or surrounding area, love to see you guys at that time. So many blessings to you, my friends. Thank you so much for always trusting me and for joining me every Wednesday, 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. And I'll see you next week. So many blessings to you. Hope you all had a beautiful Mother's Day. And yeah, thank you for trusting me, friends. Night.